The best part of waking up is a carb in your cup. Hey guys, good morning. PerkyPlanes and RC here, operating at 2.4 gigahertz. And yes, I have a carb in a cup. Not just any carb, this is the carb from the OS Max FP40. This is an engine I featured on the channel that I got for 20 bucks off Facebook. Heck of a deal. The only catch was it was horribly stuck. Okay, so I did release a video about unsticking the glow engine. I will put a link in the description below and put it on the screen there for you if you want to at least get a stuck glow engine turning, like the crankshaft and stuff. And that was the focus of that video, was just getting the crankshaft to actually to move from its stuck state. I didn't really, in that particular video, I didn't really address the carb, which is what we're doing now, because the carb was stuck too. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. This is the carb from that OS Max FP40, and we're going to work on trying to unstick this guy. And trust me, it is very stuck. So what I've done so far is I have soaked this thing in 3-in-1 oil. I've done standard 3-in-1 oil. I've done this fast-acting penetrant 3-in-1 oil. I happened to see it, and I was like, hey, I'll give that a try too. So I tried that, and I think that's actually what's in there now, as well as soaking it in Marvell Mystery Oil, and it has not made any difference. Let me go ahead and get it out here and show you guys the status on this guy. So, and I haven't checked this for quite a while. Watch, I do it now and it actually frees itself, but yeah, it's still pretty stuck. So anyways, guys, we're going to work on getting this thing moving freely once again, and I think it's got to the point now where I'm going to go ahead and start to disassemble it, not fully, at least get the plastic, the throttle arm off of it, and maybe even the air bleed adjustment here and the throttle set screw, get those off of it, and then we're going to try some good old-fashioned heat and see if that can free this thing up, as well as add some oil to it as well. So anyways, let's get started. All right, guys, I've got to the point now that I'm going to start doing some work to it. I did take the, this is the air bleed screw over here. I've got the throttle stop screw and throttle arm over here, as well as the O-ring. And so right now it's in its a pretty bare state, except for taking off the high-speed kind of needle assembly there and the fuel inlet and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start squirting some oil on this and give it some heat, and we'll see if that helps anything here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to just reattach the throttle arm just for a second there to see if we can get this thing freed up. I'm seriously thinking that we're probably going to have to disassemble the thing completely, is what I'm kind of thinking. I did this more or less just to kind of do a test on it, just to see if it would even free it up at all. And yeah, it might be crooked, but I don't care. Yeah, it's not doing anything. So, yep. I'm thinking seriously, we're going to have to disassemble this guy, like all the way. And to try to get that, to try to actually get the barrel out of it and give that a good cleaning. So, let me go ahead and try that, and I'll bring you back. Okay, just want to let you guys know that I have gotten this loosened up, the high-speed needle assembly here. My father-in-law hooked me up with these nice little tiny wrenches, and this guy right here is the one that did it. This is a 9/32, so that's the one that actually was able to fit on the nut there to actually get this thing loosened up. And it wasn't terrible. It was a little bit stuck, but it didn't require, you know, a great deal of force to get it. So anyways, we got that. Now let's see if we can get this barrel out of there. Okay, let's try her again. Oh, it's moving. I see it. But we're making progress, guys. Look at that. Woo! Shake the whole table. Okay, guys. Okay. Let me get straight back up here. All right. I kind of feeling that was going to probably just come jetting out of there. Okay. So, let's get a good look at this throttle barrel. Let's see how rough it is. So, there you guys have it. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing cool and probably give it a good polishing. And I would probably say the inside of the carb there probably looks a little on the rough side too. I don't know if we can really tell. Actually, this might help. Well, oh yeah, it's really hard to tell. I can't do it really well with the lighting, but I'll see if I can get some pictures or something to kind of show you guys in more detail. All right, guys, bringing you back here. Just want to kind of share a little bit of an update. Everything's kind of cooled down right now. And I kind of zoomed the camera in some more here too. I just took this good old wire brush here that I've got, and I just real lightly just went over the surface on the barrel itself. And as you can see there, it's a lot better looking. So I think we're good to go on the barrel. I need to get the inside of the carb here. I need to get it cleaned up. So let me go ahead and see if I can. I don't think this one shows up as well. I mean, you can see some of the. It looks a lot like castor residue, honestly. So Let me go start scrubbing that. Okay, gonna at least attempt to do a little quick video here on the, or quick segment here on the cleaning of this. So, you can sort of see there how much cleaner it is now. It was very grimy before. Okay, so yes, the carb here was pretty nasty looking. Looked like a lot of, honestly, looked like a lot of caster residue. And you guys have, of course, already seen the throttle barrel as well. A couple tools of the trade here that I did for this. Of course, the good old wire brush. I did that for the carb barrel. These are actually, believe it or not, if you're new to this kind of stuff, and I'm honestly, I call myself a noob as well, and I'm learning things, but these are actually carb brushes. Now, these are not really, I don't think they really intend to have these, use them for glow engines, but they work just the same. This is actually more for larger engines, gas engines, things like that, and for probably, I don't know if they actually use them for automobiles, but probably lawnmowers, things like that. But these are actually carb brushes you can get. These are relatively inexpensive. I think about $5 to $10 on Amazon, and they come in various sizes. And that's actually what I used, just because my wire brush here would not fit inside the carb. I used these carb brushes to get inside the carb and get most of that residue off. So, and then of course this is like the super small size there. But I think I used one of the largest ones out of this, and just sat there, kind of like you're brushing your teeth, and just started scrubbing it. So, and I can show you this right here too. It drops so much easier in place. I mean, seriously, I can just take it out with my fingers. Whereas before, it was just stuck as all get out. I forgot to mention another tool of the trade that I actually used for this, and this was actually right after I did the cleaning. Hopefully I can show this in the frame here. This is a Cobalt air tool. Now what I did is once I got the carb kind of cleaned out after doing the carb brushes, I took this air tool here, and that's what it does. It just shoots out air. It's like a compressed air thing, kind of, but it's of course battery operated and everything. But I use this to shoot air inside there in case there was some loose debris or anything like that. Off camera there. I know Cobalt makes them. I know Ryobi makes them, and it just uses a standard, rechargeable battery, and it slaps on it. I mean, it looks just like a screw gun pretty much, except it actually blows air out. Not only is it good for cleaning up the shop and dusting off things, but it's also good for cleaning out this carb, for example, if there was any debris left in there. Also good for blowing up air mattresses, blowing up inflatable pools, things like that. So, but anyways, back to getting this thing back together. All right, so just got the high-speed needle housing and the fuel inlet back on there. Got the throttle arm back on there. And about to do the air bleed screw. And then, of course, also get my other screwdriver here. And then, of course, the throttle stop screw. No, I'm just getting this thing threaded in place. I'm not actually doing any adjustments or anything at this point. Still need to adjust a little bit more, but the most important thing is, as we see here, is that it is turning freely once again. All right, guys, how awesome is that? So I got the O-ring back on as well. Yeah, good deal. All right, awesome. So that was kind of a learning adventure for me, and hopefully it helps you guys out as well. As far as unsticking these things, heat and oil, in my opinion, are some of the best things to start to really use to unstick a lot of these glow engines. Honestly, I have not had much luck out of the antifreeze option. Just really have not had good luck out of it. It's antifreeze and a crock pot. Yeah, it just doesn't work too well for me for some reason. But good old heat and oil, I think, does the trick. So just kind of a recap here. This guy was pretty stuck. Pretty much had to completely disassemble it all the way. And once to get the barrel out, that was kind of the trickiest part. Is because once it was disassembled, you really didn't have a way to get to the throttle barrel. So I just took the throttle arm screw, threaded that on the end of that barrel, used some pliers and some heat and oil, and was able to pop it right out. So anyways, there you have it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And we'll thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.